I'm beginning to think it's easier to film makeup videos at night, to turn the light off and put the ring light on. So I thought, I've just washed my hair and it actually looks nice for once. And I just thought I'd come on and film. This is probably going to be a long video because you know what it's like, but we're going to try out this palette. This is the 80s pop love story Desperate Dreamer 24 palette, cream to powder formula pigments and eyeshadows by Rude Cosmetics, and I picked this up, smack myself in the face, from Superdrug online. I've never used anything by Rude Cosmetics. This is what it looks like, and there was a sale on as well, which is why I got it, and it is gorgeous. Obviously I've been swatching them, but it is so pretty. Right, let's swatch a few. So let's swatch this one here, which is coming off really green for you guys, but look, oh, look at that. Isn't that stunning? I mean, obviously I've never done the base swatch. Let's go for this blue one. Lovely. Oh, wind's getting up. Let's go for this lime green one over here. So they're very, very soft and buttery. But as I say, I've never tried anything of this brand before. So we're just going to have a little play about and pop it on our eyes. To be perfectly honest with you, probably just take it all back off again. Right, so I don't know if there's going to be any fall down with it, having never used it before, so I'm going to use not do my base yet. So the first one I'm going to go in with is, I don't actually think there's any mattes in here. No, there isn't. Okay, so there's no mattes in there. So what I'm going to do is go into the Naked Reloaded just for a bit of matte. And I'm going to go into the shade Blur, which is this one here. And I'm just going to pop this over my eyelids. What have you been up to this Saturday? I filmed a video earlier using the Urban Decay Wild West palette. It didn't go to the way I wanted it to, but I'm still going to upload it because it wasn't disastrous, it just didn't go quite the way that I hoped. And I am a training MUA, and I do not ever think that I am brilliant at makeup by any means. And because of COVID, kind of because of COVID, and also because within the course I don't think we're learning what I thought we would learn. Like, I thought I would actually be shown how to make the eyes match and how to get the liner, like where there's one wing here and one wing up there, and learn these things, but we're not. So yeah, that's a bit of a Debbie Downer. So I've done that. I was practicing my hairdressing, oh my god, because we've got to do basic hair and I hate every single little minute of it. And our lecturer for hair, she is a bitch. She's so unhelpful. So the next shade I'm going to go into is Bucked, which is this one here. I'm just using this palette purely because there is no mattes in the Rude Cosmetics palette. So I'm just trying to use this for a bit of a base. So yeah, I've done that and had a nice bath, used the Pear Bath Blend Bubbles by the Body Shop. The only scent I don't have in that range is the banana one, because I don't really like the smell of banana. So, but I've got the berry one, which I think is my favourite. I've got the pear one, and then I've got the mango one. So yeah, that is kind of what I've been doing today. It's so funny, right? There's this guy, I don't know who he is obviously, but he passes by our place every day. He obviously stays on the street somewhere, like up that way, with his dog, and he just literally shouts and bawls at it the whole time. And the dog's just like, whatever, mate, like shout as much as you like. And he's like dragging the dog, and honestly, and the dog's called Andy, and he's like, Andy, for fuck's sake, come on. And then he's like, fucking move, Andy. It's just mad. Right, so, oh, choices, choices, choices. What are we going to go in with? Oh, I'm drawn to obviously go into the greens and stuff, but I always do green looks. So I'm going to take this sort of flattish brush, and I think I'm going to go into this shade here, You're Tripping. Now I don't have a mirror on it, so I'm going to have to pop it down here, and I'm going to try it with the brush first. Oh, wow. Now, I have eczema on my eyes, and it's playing up a little bit, which is also why I was getting annoyed today, because the texture wasn't working out for me. Now that is applying with the brush, but it's so soft that you can actually see my finger dents in the shadow, which I will show you in a minute, just on the side. Let me just put that down to show you. So this is the one here that I'm using, and see how you can see like my finger dent in it, like this one as well. They're like really super squidgy soft. So I'm going to use my finger with it. I don't own any other palettes that actually have that texture. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. And as I say, this is really inexpensive palette to pick up, and I've never ever had anything by Rude Cosmetics. I'm just going to use the wee brush a little bit just to try and get that inner bit just for more precision. Lovely. The reason I've decided not to go for the greens is because I know myself that I'd be drawn to the greens, and you'd probably be expecting me to do the greens as well, being that green is like my ultimate favourite colour and stuff. But I thought I'd be less predictable today. Now I'm just going to go back in with that kind of brush there and just lightly sort of blend it. It's just like pure foil, isn't it? Oh, but what colour are we going to put with it? I think I might try this one, Chill Pill. Now again, this is a different sort of a texture. Oh wow, that is so pretty. Oh my god, I'm so glad I got this palette. I hummed and hawed, and I actually put a few of their palettes into the basket because they've got a lot of good stuff. I've heard different reviews though, like some people have been like, even though it's not an expensive palette, the quality isn't that good, or it, what is that? That spot coming, or it doesn't stay on, like the staying power isn't good. But from application anyway, I think it is absolutely stunning. Look at that. Oh, it's mental. You could just literally, you wouldn't even actually need to do any blendy colours, would you? You could just, like matte ones, just go all in. And just add away. It's been such a dark and dreary day today. Just rain and horrible. I was glad for the snow to be gone and the fact that I didn't want it to be turning to ice, but in the same respect, when the rain comes on, it forgets to go off. That is just so pretty. And as I say, I have texture on my eyes, so that's no reflection on the shadows. Oh, I'm going to leave it like that the now. And let's get some base on. Do you know what? I'm tempted not to put base on and just show you eyes, because then I don't have to take off a full face of makeup. Should I? Maybe what I'll do is I'll put this Lumine or Lumen fresh skin tint on rather than foundation. Just to balance out the skin. My glands are so swollen. Okay. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Please don't drop everything. Oops. So we've got this on, and this is in the shade medium. Oh. And then for concealer, I've got this Body Shop Fresh Nude Serum Concealer in the shade Fair, which I actually think is too dark for me. Honestly, like... Now, did I bring my sponge through here? I don't think I did. Right, I'm just going to use this brush then. Where's my mirror gone now? Disasters all over the shop. And then I'm going to take a little bit of powder under my eyes. Where is it? This e.l.f. powder. Oh, you see that? Look, it's got a sifter thing on it, but it's crazy. It's like, I'm really not a fan of the packaging of it. It's ridiculous. I mean, what the hell? The sifter's closed, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. It's all over the place anyway. Okay, cokey then. And then we'll do a tiny little bit of bronzer. Chanel bronzer. I've just got the stuff in my flat lay bag, and I've basically been using, it's kind of like what I've got in for shop my stash really, and I'm just using that. I'm going to swap it about. Oh my god, this brush is so not the brush for that. Julie, you really need to get your brushes clean. I've seen a lot of makeup artists these days like taking products and then tapping it off on their hand or what have you, so that they're pushing it into the bristles. But not only that, they're not getting too much of the product. Particularly, I was watching Hannah Martin the other night, and she was saying about doing that, especially when you're putting blusher on, because she was doing like a do and don't series. Okay, for a blush, I am going to use Benefit Sugar Bomb. We'll go back to the eyes soon. We've lost the card for that thing now. Yeah, and she was saying, like, see if you push the product in, she was saying it disperses better onto the brush, so that it doesn't just go like directly slap bang pigment on your cheek. So she was like, whatever your blush is, you know, just give it a good swirl, tap it off, and then sort of push it in to your cheeks. Let's give it a wee bit on there just to give it a little bit of something. And then for highlight, the one that I have in here is the Bobbi Brown Foiled Petals, which all looks like shrew. These Body Shop brushes are the best. I highly recommend them to you all. And if you want to buy any, go and search in the search bar on Facebook, Beauty Bargains at Home with Julie. Click to be joined and I will add you in. Now, have I got a liner in amongst here? I do, a dark green one, which is fabulous. So back to the eyes, and we are going to add this dark green to contrast the neutral eye that we have just created. Look at that, gorgeous. I would love to have the Marc Jacobs, is it fineliners or highliners? Like pencils like this. I've got a mini black one that I got in a beauty box, but I'd love like the different colours, because like there's a really vibrant blue one and what have you. And okay, let me have a look. I don't think I do want to take anything underneath. Just going to do some mascara. God, almost forgot to breathe there. That is so pretty. You see these eyebrows of mine? They're an absolute riot. I don't really do anything to my eyebrows, if I'm honest. I plucked them last night, and I always overpluck. But I'm going to use this little gloss eye thing, and I just use that shade in the middle. I felt like I got a wee bit of transfer there all day. I'm just going to use a little angled brush, because I don't know where the brush for this is gone. I was sent this in a package from a subscriber called Emma. Yeah, I've got a little bit of blink transfer there from... I don't know if she still gets time to watch any YouTube, because since she's had her wee boy, you know, obviously things change. I don't know, I tend to use like Browsing's #1 or like a taupey colour, because I just feel like a brown, even a light brown, would be too much for my brows. I don't know, what do you think? Personally, I hate watching people doing their brows. Like, I just see in that portion of the video, I'm just like, I'm not that interested, to be honest. It's just, I'm like, whatever. I know they frame your face and all that jazz, but I do find it a little bit tedious, if I'm brutally honest with you. This Billy's shit as well, it's fucked, look at it. Which is why I was kind of holding on to it like that. I do have another one, but I don't know where the hell it is. I just love this eye look so much. Right, and then I'm going to pop on this gloss. It is the Tarte H2O gloss in Villa. So nice. And that is me done. So what did you think to this look? What do you think of the shadows? Do you think it is worth getting? Is it something that you would pick up? Is it a brand that you've heard of or ever tried? I think it's great, I really do, and I'll definitely be doing more looks with it used in different colours and stuff. But yeah, so that was, I'll just show you the cover of it. The Desperate Dreamer, cream to powder formula pigments and eyeshadows. And I just think they're stunning. Absolutely stunning. They're so, so good. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the bell button to be notified of when I upload, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, so I thought I would pop on and just show you. I've had this on for like a couple of hours, and I'm afraid you can see for yourself, the shadows have not lasted, and I've not been like sweating or warm or whatever. I've got dry eyelids, so it's not as if there's not the dryness to keep them on there, but the pigment has just not lasted, which is such a shame. Hey ho!